Here are 18 Buddhist quotes that inspire us all to believe in the wisdom of Buddha. 1. Buddha's wisdom on living with compassion. Why Buddhists revere compassion. One of Buddha's most inspiring life quotes is, "Have compassion for all beings, rich and poor alike." Buddha quote. Enlightened people invariably have high levels of compassion. Compassion can change the world. If everyone acted compassionately, the world would soon be a peaceful, love-filled place. And compassion can also change your life as an individual. It has been scientifically proven that compassion makes us healthier and happier and even makes us more likely to succeed in life. And self-compassion is vital too. Self-compassion is essential for inner peace and is vital for stopping mental health problems like depression. 2. This Buddhist quote about family and friends. A family is a place where minds come in contact with one another. If these minds love one another, the home will be as beautiful as a flower garden. Buddhist wisdom teaches us to love and respect our community. Sangha is a Buddhist word that refers to a community of monks, a group of individuals working together towards the mutual goal of attaining enlightenment. In sanghas, monks come together to offer devotion, to help the community grow, and to show mutual compassion and love. The whole world could greatly benefit by understanding the Buddhist concept of Sangha, by looking at life as Sangha, as a group of people who can all help one another to achieve lasting happiness and peace. We would immediately undo much of the world's evil. Perhaps the most important piece of Buddhist wisdom is that all people deserve love and compassion. That one piece of Buddhist wisdom truly could change the world. Point 3. This Buddha quote about consciousness. One of the most important Buddhist wisdoms for happiness is to live consciously. Live for the present moment. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. Buddha quote. Buddhists call this trait mindfulness. Mindfulness is about focusing the mind on the present moment. It's a simple but profoundly powerful practice. When you live your life in the present moment, you are aware of the ness of existence. When you live now, you are more receptive to joy, love, peace, and happiness. Studies show that living in the moment makes us more mindful, helps with physical pain, increases endurance when working out, makes us more aware of sensory information, tastes, smells, sights, sounds, and feelings, increases creativity, helps stop bad habits, boosts happiness and relaxation. 4. This Buddhist quote on appreciating beauty in life. Love is beauty. Beauty is truth. That is why in the beauty of a flower we can see the truth of the universe. Buddha quote. Life is a miraculous and wonderful thing. But too many people never stop to appreciate the beauty of existence, the preciousness of this thing called life. Realizing the beauty of life means recognizing the miracle of your own body and mind. It means valuing community and society. It means revering nature. The world is a most splendorous thing. Let love of life fill your being. Buddhists believe in oneness. They believe that everything is connected as one. They believe that we are all connected to each other, to nature, and to the world. That is why you can never live your own life. Why? Unless you embrace the whole world, because you yourself are found in that world. To close your whys to part of the world is to close your whys to part of yourself. Science proves that the appreciation of beauty is important for health and happiness. Having an appreciation of beauty makes us feel connected to something higher than ourselves. 1. And this sense of a higher power is beneficial for our mental health. Read The Importance of Spirituality. 5. This Buddhist quote about change. There is a very beautiful Buddhist quote about change. It is better to conquer yourself than to win 1,000's battle. Then the victory is yours. It cannot be taken from you. Buddhists know that if we are to change the world, we must begin with ourselves. One of the best Buddhist wisdom is the basic idea of training the mind to be our best. Do not subscribe yourself to the ignorant belief that it's am or me. It is us. It is we. We are one. If I change, I will invariably change you. If you change, you will invariably change me. Change yourself and you will change the world. The best way to start is to change your beliefs. Point 6. The Buddha's words on death. Too many people in the world are terrified of death. They spend so much of their energy fighting their own impermanence, and of course it is a fruitless battle whose only legacy is suffering. We are impermanent. We will die. We will return to Mother Nature. Our current form will perish. Accepting this truth is vital to inner peace. Buddhist wisdom states that we must accept the truth. The truth is death. Buddhists meditate on the corpse, spending hours imagining their own bodies decomposing and return to the earth. Read Samatha meditation. Through this meditation practice they develop acceptance of death. This acceptance diminishes the fear, leading to a profound state of inner peace. Some monks even die while meditating, by doing tukdam. The daily meditation has an inspiring video that will help you to realize this wisdom. Point 7. This inspiring Buddhist quote about food: to eat Mindy is to bring the cultivation of mind and body into one. Paul M. Harrison. You won't find an enlightened person mindlessly eating food while watching TV. Buddhists meditate on food and eat Mindy. When eating, they will focus their minds on the food absolutely, meditating on the tastes, the sights, the smells, and the textures of the food. They understand that food is a blessing, one that must be valued and respected. Eating Mindy naturally leads to eating slowly, and this in turn helps the digestive system, but mindful eating also helps the mind and spirit. When we eat slowly, we come to recognize the interconnections of life, the fact that the food becomes a part of us and that we are, therefore, deeply connected to the wider world. Have gratitude and respect for food, and you will help not just your body but your mind and spirit. 2.8. This beautiful Buddhist quote on kindness, better than 1,000 hollow words, is one word that brings peace. Buddha quote: in this meditation session he would contemplate how he could help people that day. Having meditated on kindness, he would then set out to do it. He would spend the hours between 10 a.m. and noon helping his community. Buddhists understand the value of giving. They know that giving and receiving are both beautiful acts that help to create a deeper connection between people. Give something today and allow someone to give something to you. You will immediately feel more connected. Point 9. This Buddhist quote about ego. Buddhists believe in letting go of the ego. But as Robert Wright says in Why Buddhism is True, Amazon, don't feel like you're committing a felony-level violation of Buddhist dogma just because you think of yourself as being a self. The one thing that all spiritual practices have in common is this fear about letting go of the ego and getting in touch with some form of higher power. Buddhism, Christianity, Hinduism, they all share this trait. They all know that the greatest obstacle to peace and happiness is the ego. Let go of the ego and you will achieve a higher state of being. One of the principal reasons why Buddhists meditate is to remove the ego. When meditating, we create oneness. We come to see that the whole world is interconnected. This is the very antithesis of ego. Ego says, I am. The enlightened mind says, we are. That one subtle difference in attitude can change your life forever. 10. The Buddhist value and belief in right speech is an attitude that makes life easier. Buddhists follow the 8 Noble Truths. These are 8 beliefs that Buddhists consider to be of ultimate importance. One of these beliefs is right speech. Speak well of others, not of their faults. Buddha quote: right speech is peaceful speech. It is speaking in a compassionate and peaceful way. Buddhist wisdom states that we should not judge others. We must not speak in words of judgment. Nor should we speak in words of anger, hostility, or resentment. Right speech is about speaking from a place of love and compassion. When you speak in this way, you make your words more pleasurable for other people, and you improve your well-being. Using words of kindness, love, and compassion leads to heightened state of joy and happiness. Rid yourself of violent words and adopt a peaceful vocabulary instead. 11. The Buddhist belief in not wanting. Buddhists do not want. You won't hear a Buddhist talking about how much better their life would be if only they won the lottery. Buddhists appreciate what they have. They appreciate the present moment, whatever the moment might be. This is one of the core Buddhist beliefs and values. Buddhist wisdom states that every moment is precious and that wherever we are, there we must be. Do not dream of better places, of richness, of an easy life. Appreciate the life you live. This life lesson is best expressed by the Bruce Lee quote, "Do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult life. All the suffering in the world arises from wanting happiness for the self. All the happiness in the world arises from wanting happiness for others." Buddha quote 12. The Buddhist value and belief in right livelihood. To have right livelihood, practice loving kindness in the way you earn your living. Buddhist quote, "The work you do every day should be work that leads to peace and happiness for yourself and for all other people." This is one of the most important Buddhist beliefs and values. Whatever you do, whether it's writing, gardening, real estate, teaching, whatever it is, you should feel happy about it. Your work should serve your own life. Seems simple, right? But how many people are stuck in jobs they hate? Do work that makes you happy and peaceful. Your work should help other people too. You don't necessarily have to work in healthcare or charitable organizations to achieve that. Teachers can have a profound effect on the students, as can people in public services. Simply helping someone with a smile can go a long way towards making the day a better one. Use your work to boost peace and happiness for all. 13. The Buddhist belief and value of non-attachment. One of the most important Buddhist values and beliefs is non-attachment. Non-attachment means living in a liquid state. It means we are not attached to ideas of want or anger. It means we live in the present moment. As water travels freely through the rivers and stream, so too must we travel freely through time, through the succession of present moments, through the river we call life. Traveling freely means traveling without attachment. If we are too caught on the way things should be, we are not free to experience the way things are. Let go of your preconceived notions of life and you will embrace a much deeper connection to the present moment. This is particularly helpful if you have been feeling stuck in life. 14. The Buddhist belief in the present moment. Do not stay in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate on the present moment. Buddha quote, "There will always be a now, and now is all there will ever be." There is no Buddhist wisdom and no Buddhist life lesson more important than this. Now is everything. Right now. Not tomorrow. Not yesterday. Not the dream in your head. Not the fear. Now. Now. Embrace this moment. Sit back and tell yourself, this is my life right now. Have the courage and wisdom to live 100% in the present moment, because this time, this moment, is more precious than gold or jewels. This moment is the single most valuable commodity you will ever have. It is everything. Embrace it. Love it. Live it. The time to be alive it now. 15. The Buddhist belief in dukkha. Buddhists believe life is suffering. Taken at face value, this belief doesn't seem all that positive now, does it? Life causes suffering. Well, gee, that's just swell. So you mean I'm going to suffer all my life? Yup, inevitably life will lead to pain. But here's the point. If you accept the fact that life causes pain, you'll immediately gain mental strength. So much of the suffering in life is caused by fear of possible pain, the idea that we suffer more than others, the idea that if we're in pain, we must be doing something wrong. When you simply accept that life always includes a degree of pain, you remove all three of those issues. You don't fear pain, because doing so would be pointless. Pain is going to happen anyway, so why fear it? You know that all life experiences pain, so you no longer feel alone. Finally, you know that you're not doing something wrong. No matter what you do, your life will involve some suffering. It's inevitable. As soon as you realize the inevitability of some degree of pain, you gain strength. Learn more about dukkha and sukha. Read my poem about this. 16. The Buddhist belief in anatta. Life is in flux, everything changes. Nothing remains without change. Buddha quote. Buddhists believe in anatta, the state of impermanence, the idea that all things are perpetually changing. 7. This address one huge flaw without typical Western thinking. We try to keep things stable. You want to know that your job is secure, your relationship is solid and will never change, your health is constantly in a good state, and that all is fine. Just one problem: life doesn't work like that. Life is as the ocean currents, ever rolling, ever moving, ever stirring the waters of change. You can't stop life from changing. The more you try to cling on to life, the more pain you'll suffer. You get ill, you get healthy, you find a good job. You lose a good job. You get married, maybe you get divorced. That's life. Change. Imagine if there was no change. Imagine if it were all the same, day in, day out, yesterday being tomorrow being today, all one. Imagine, what would be the point? The thrill of life comes from riding the waves. You can't stop the current from stirring, you can't stop the waves from flowing, you just get up on surf on the waves of life. And you love the ride. And if you fall off from time to time, you love the feeling of being in deep water. Life is change. Embrace it. Another Buddhist belief is that we should have no attachments. No, not email attachments, mental and spiritual attachments. 17. The Buddhist belief in anatma. The self is ever-changing. One of the most important of all Buddhist beliefs and values is anatma, the idea that the self is always changing. 8. Buddhists believe there is no soul. For instance, take me. I'm a writer and meditation teacher. 30.